The United States dollar is currently in trouble, so it is not out of the question that it is replaced as the world's reserve currency. The Chinese yen and the euro are solid contenders to fill the gap, but what about the Zimbabwe dollar? What if it instead became the world's reserve currency? What would be the consequences of that? And would we all be wealthier than today? Let me show you what I came up with. Now I bet that you have many questions like what is a world's reserve currency and most importantly how the Zimbabwe dollar can take this place. To put it simply, a reserve currency is the main currency the world uses for big international transactions and savings, and with that comes a lot of power. So how can Zimbabwe take this place and benefit the most? Well, first up, Zimbabwe would need a massive and stable economy, which they do not have. They need to have global trust, which also they do not have. They need to have geopolitical power and military reach, which, surprise surprise, they also don't have. Zimbabwe needs to fix all of these problems so their currency can become the world's reserve currency, and this would be very hard to do, but not impossible. Zimbabwe needs total economic transformation and grow their economy, and I have an idea of how this can be easily achieved. Zimbabwe needs to do a crypto rug pull, putting a meme coin on the market and stealing billions from naive investors, used to kickstart the Zimbabwean economy. Then the Zimbabwe dollar needs to be backed by either crypto or gold, with it being tied to cryptocurrency being more likely. So for Zimbabwe to become a world power, it is as simple as rug pulling billions of crypto money and using it to prompt up their own Zimbabwean dollar. With the collapse of the United States dollar and China wanting to keep devaluing their currency on purpose, the Zimbabwean dollar and the euro would be the main currencies of the world. The thing is that the European Union isn't doing so well right now, and year by year Euroscepticism is increasing, and by extension the euro is becoming less and less desired, as investors don't know if it would exist in a few decades or not. Let me tell you why this truly matters. Zimbabwe gained independence in 1965, but it was known as Rhodesia, named after their colonizer Cecil Rhodes. Rhodesia was ruled by a white minority, similarly to apartheid South Africa, and the existence of Rhodesia was also unconstitutional. This led to the Bush War, which lasted for 15.5 years, devastating the region. Only in 1980 Zimbabwe was established and looks similar to today's republic. It happened on the 18th of April, which is the day this video is uploaded. Happy independence to the 1.2 Zimbabwean nationalists watching this video. Jokes aside, for the sake of argument, we would say that Zimbabwe gained their independence in 1980, as I mentioned earlier, with the collapse of the United States dollar and China not wanting the reserve currency status, the euro and the Zimbabwean dollar would be the only options. But there is a catch. I already told you the history of Zimbabwe, which is, let's say, established in 1980, while the European Union was established in 1993 with the Maastricht Treaty. The euro as a currency was launched in 1999 and the Zimbabwean dollar was launched in 1980. As you can see, Zimbabwe has a clear advantage over the European Union in terms of their currency existing for almost twice as long. And in this alternate history, they had laundered billions of dollars via crypto scams and bolstered their domestic currency. So it can truly become a world reserve currency if it happens like I outlined. With Euroscepticism on the rise, I bet that Zimbabwe can take the place of the EU quite soon. The thing is that historically, in 1980 the Zimbabwe dollar was initially stronger than the United States one, believe it or not, but due to mismanagement and corruption it collapsed in the early 2000s, where the Zimbabwean government found out the hard way why printing money can cause problems. Prices doubled every few hours, and in 2008 inflation hit an estimated 89.76 trillion%, which is this number right here. People carry trillions of dollars in cash just so they can buy bread, and guess what, I actually have a $100 billion banknote from Zimbabwe, which was used during this financial crisis. As a result, if the Zimbabwean dollar becomes the world's reserve currency, we would all be multi-billionaires, which is way better than using the American dollars, that's for sure. As you know, a world's reserve currency needs stability, hence why the Zimbabwean dollar would be tied to a very stable asset, which is cryptocurrency, right? Now you know how Zimbabwe's dollar can become the world's reserve currency, but what would actually change abroad and in Zimbabwe themselves? First up, regarding the required crypto scam to pull it off, for the sake of argument, let's say that Zimbabwe manages to rug pull $16 billion, which happens in the crypto market almost daily, so it's not impossible by any means. This means $1,000 per person in Zimbabwe, which is almost 50% of their GDP per capita. As a result, economic activity in the country would absolutely blow up. Imagine all of a sudden everyone in your country gets half of their yearly salary just for free. This would for sure make Zimbabwe the fastest growing economy in the world, further bolstered by their reserve currency status. Before I tell you what else would change if I made you question your sanity this video so far, or if you have enjoyed it, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, so I can keep making content that you enjoy. Thank you in advance. For the rest of the world, it would have great consequences. The United States of America would find it much more difficult to pay off their debts and goes likely into debt spiral and domestic unrest. China historically has a lot of influence in Africa, but Zimbabwe would emerge and challenge that, so China would also lose their influence on the continent. So they would shift to Asia and take advantage of a weaker United States as to expand uncontested. This means more wars in the region, more conflicts and more unrest, but Zimbabwe and the African continent as a whole would be very safe. Zimbabwe would quickly become the strongest country in Africa and potentially take charge of the African Union, forcing other countries to accept the Zimbabwean dollar as legal tender, which would further give more soft power to Zimbabwe. The Zimbabweans are also part of the South African Development Community, which includes all of these countries, and there Zimbabwe may thrive and force all of these countries to switch their currencies. Zimbabwe is also a member of the Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa, including these countries, where Zimbabwe can benefit from free trade deals and purchase foreign goods much more cheaply. The thing is that Zimbabwe doesn't have a coastline, which is required for them to become a world power and enforce the new global order. As such, Mozambique would be a big target for Zimbabwe. Even in our own history, the two countries are pretty much equal, with Mozambique having 3 times higher population, but their GDP per capita is 4 times lower than Zimbabwe, so even today Zimbabwe is slightly stronger. This alternate Zimbabwe would become so wealthy so quick that Mozambique is likely quickly invaded or voluntarily join Zimbabwe, and I think that both countries would benefit from this deal, with Mozambique getting military protection and economic stability, and Zimbabwe getting a coastline. For the sake of this video, it would be a proper union between the two countries. Next up, Zimbabwe is surrounded by weaker Eswatini and Malawi, and sparsely populated Botswana and Zambia, with Namibia not being too far either. Tanzania is the only country that could theoretically challenge Zimbabwe, but the two countries would work out a deal. Tanzania wants to form the East African Federation, while Zimbabwe wants to form the South African Federation, so the two countries would agree in advance regarding their spheres of influence and not to go to war against each other. As a result, Zimbabwe would take the additional profits from the world's reserve currency status, bolster their army and invade and annex or simply unite with Zambia, Botswana and Eswatini. South Africa would try to protect themselves by annexing Lesotho and Namibia, but this would lead to a war with Zimbabwe, which using their world's reserve currency status would embargo South Africa, forcing them to leave the African Union and be internationally isolated. This war would be truly brutal, but I think that Zimbabwe has the upper hand. Once they are victorious, they would annex everything and proclaim the South African Federation, which would be voluntarily joined by Madagascar, Comoros, Mauritius, the Seychelles and Angola, with all being equal members in a Swiss-style federation. The capital and the majority of the trade is still in Harare, which would completely transform due to foreign investments. The South African Federation would invest in solar energy as to mine Bitcoin in the Namibian deserts, which would further bolster their currency, which is linked to cryptocurrencies. This new country would have wealth of about $20 trillion and approximately 221 million people, which would mean that the GDP per capita is $90,497, by far making them the wealthiest country per capita in the world. This figure is excluding immigration, and with the USA collapsing and China waging war in Asia and the EU potentially ceasing to exist, the South African Federation may fill in the gap, becoming the strongest country in the world and the beacon of stability in Africa. As a final touch, they would develop nuclear weapons, using the former South African technology to reverse engineer their weapons, so this nation is also going nuclear, and with mutual assured destruction nobody will topple them, not even the East African Federation if they ever get formed. As you can see, this video was clearly what if everything went perfect for Zimbabwe, and it's published on the national holiday of Zimbabwe, which is today, the 18th of April. Still, I bet that you would also like this video regarding Ethiopia defeating Italy in 1935, so check this video out and I hope to see you there. Goodbye!